Okay, so we're going to zoom in now. You can see your left-hand grip here on the left-hand image. That was your before there. That's sort of the club. I'll use a straight line to make it prove correctly. So there's your club shaft. You can see your left wrist is sort of this side of that green line. If we zoom in there, we can see a difference now between that left hand. Okay, if I go through the club there, that's now through your left wrist. So that's in a much better position.
Yeah.
The logo on your glove, you can hopefully see there a lot clearer. A from looking this way and B from obviously looking down. And that's kind of, if you sort of think where your left hand or any hand hangs in from your side, your palm's going to face into your body. If you sort of stood there, naturally, you wouldn't walk around this way, would you? Okay, your arms sort of hang down from the shoulders. The palms kind of face inwards to your legs. If your palm is facing this way, okay, with your lead hand, in your case, obviously your left hand, to hold the club like this with palm up, as you can see on the right-hand side, palm up, that's not a natural position. So to get the club into that position, you've got to twist your forearms, in your case anti-clockwise, because then when you come back to normal, that hand's going to be twisting back this way. And what we'll see, and it's going to be tricky to sort of see this in terms of the thing, but hopefully you'll see as you come back to the golf ball, if we think where that left hand now is there, we can clearly see both those situations. That's the right hand grip is a lot different to the left hand one. But if we look when we come back to the golf ball, if we look where you're, look at that, see how much the logo is clearer there, kind of looks similar to how it does there. So it's kind of returned back to where it wants to be. But if you start with your hand as it was and then just do that with your left hand, that's going to twist the face open to the right, to therefore add loft, weaken the shot. So therefore then you've got to try and to stop the golf ball going in that direction as it potentially would do. You've got to try and swing it over to the left there as far as you can, so then you get a sort of weaker, fadey sort of shot that drifts down the fairway 70 or 80 yards. Whereas this one here now with a much more powerful grip, the club's coming back, same sort of position there. If we go to a similar sort of spot there, both hands, they're not that dissimilar there, are they? It's a bit blurry, but you can kind of sort of see roughly where the logo is there and where the logo is at. It's sort of similar sort of point on the hand, where if we go back to there to there, they do look quite different to me, and I hope you can see that. So if you want your hand to return back to, like I say, its natural position, which, as we said, despite people saying, oh, relax your left hand, they go, oh no, it stays up, palm up. When your arm hangs down from the shoulders, it kind of points palm in. We don't want to be walking around with the forearm twisted this way. So the more you can get your arms and hanging down from the shoulders in their most natural position, they're more likely then to return to their more natural position. And you can see here now as the arms are sort of swinging through there, a bit more towards target rather than sort of a big pull to the left, and when you then twist through up onto your left side. Like I said, you may get a couple that just go a little bit to the left because that path to the left is a little bit ingrained recently at the moment. Partly because you're fighting the ball, not wanting to go to the right. Okay, well, I don't want to go right. Okay, I'll just pull it left and it's far left as I can. When you do that, you lose power, lose distance because you're hitting it with a more open club face. We know why a 7-iron goes a lot less than a driver because there's more loft to it. If you add loft to your driver, you're losing distance. Okay, so get that left hand more in the fingers. As I say, your checkpoint really at address, we'll say, is that sort of logo there on your hand. If you can see the FJ, was it FJ or that sort of thing. The other thing would be potentially your two knuckles here of your left hand, okay? If I turn my hand now this way, as your left hand was, I couldn't see that knuckle. I could just about see the top of that one, but I can't see the second one, okay? So make sure that left hand's in there. Now, it's not turning your whole shoulder over. It's just putting the club down a little bit further in your hand. Like I say, where would you hold your hand back kind of thing? Put your hand in a golf bag or anything where you put in your fingers. You're trying to put it across there, your fingers. You wouldn't have it up in the palm here, sort of twisted this way. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, so just get that left hand in a much better position. It's something that sort of just crept round gradually. You've always been on the slightly weaker side to neutral. It's called weak as in not the position of the performance. It's just that's a weak grip, that's a strong grip. Okay, you've often been that way. I think over time it's gone a bit more this way. Whether you said you were fidgeting with the grip and you quite feel comfortable, you just sort of shuffle around. It's only got to move a little bit, and then the ball's going right. And the more the ball goes right, the more left you try and pull it. And if you did get a couple of shots where the arms did fall down nicely, and the club face is wide open, then you're going to get some really sort of funky shots, which will then make it hard then to sort of commit to that process of swinging the arms as they need to coming down the line, as opposed to, I can't get the club out there somewhere. So, okay.
Well, I have found that if I didn't hit, say, like the other day, I hit a good drive first on the mat and a good second, and I think good third, and then I completely miss-hit. And I quite often do this, the approach shot to the green, instead of it going to the green, it goes over there.
On the Mac, yeah?
Yeah, and I've done it on one or two.
Could be a little bit of the actual, I mean, the hole itself on the Mac, if you sort of look at where the hole goes, I mean, it sort of, your tee is there, and you sort of go down the fairway, down that way, and then sort of back round there. So you might get the mind going straight, and then, oh, hang on, I've got to go that way to go straight, and you may not just go enough left turn, maybe. Is it a good contact when it goes to the right, or just
It is. It's a lovely shot, but it's just completely, sometimes 45 degrees from where I wanted it to go. Sometimes I think I just don't turn through.
Possibly. I mean, there are lots of reasons why I say, but that comes back to again when we said, oh, people hit bad shots, they go for, I'm not turning, or I'm not, so that's sort of like a go-to, it's not, I'm not turning, or, for me, it's where's the club face pointing? That's the thing you've got to worry about, okay? If the golf ball wants to go on that green line, and it's going on the yellow line, more often than not, it's where the club face is pointing. Now, why is that pointing there? Yeah, granted, it could be that you are and not turning, okay? But don't just think, I'm not turning, and then try and turn more, because then you might just sort of start changing something that doesn't need to be changed, and then you've got 2 faults. Then you change something else, you've got 3 faults. And after a while, you might make 4 or 5 faults, they might go click, and it's a lovely shot, I've got it. But then which one of those 5 faults, well, what did I do? I forgot them all. So it's making sure you identify what is the fault, and then the medicine to cure it, not just, oh, I'm in the ball badly, I'll turn more, head down, left arm straight, slow it down, bend my knees, watch my alignment, change my fit. Brain overload, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, right, a couple more then, and then we'll leave it to it, okay?
Yeah, because I did it again yesterday on the